Welcome to the Slice Podcast, where I give you a slice of my mind. I'm your host, Christopher Martinez, and this is episode 10. We did it, boys and girls. We made it to double digits or something. And, I don't know, this seems pretty cool. I've been doing this for a little over a year now, actually, and, I got lots of hours of me talking about stupid stuff that nobody cares about. And today, we're with shaved Christopher because I decided I didn't want to look at myself in the mirror with the mustache. And now I want to go back because I hate it. I was just looking in the mirror one day. I came home from work and I was just like, I got a couple hairs hanging over my upper lip, you know? And I was like, screw it, let's just do the whole thing. So we did the whole thing and I looked at it afterwards and went, oh God, I have no other facial features that really make me identifiable, you know? Because my mustache was my mustache. It was beautiful, you know, in every sense of the word. Beautiful. And now it's gone. And now I don't know what defines me besides my luscious hair and my amazing writing skills and fabulous film critique skills. But besides that, a lot of stuff's been going on since the last episode, or since just anything in general. I got a list of things I wanted to talk about today. I've been comprising. No, that's not the right word. I've been building this list up for a while now. Initially, I'd wanted to film this back in the end of September. It's November 2nd now, and that's kind of sad. The time right now is actually 10:44 p.m. That's funny, I think. I'm doing something this late. But I did film my Christmas special at around this time last year. Well, like at the time, not like I didn't film my Christmas special in November. I filmed it like at around 10 or 11. I actually got it released like early in the morning, like 2 o'clock. Alright, anyways, getting off track. My original list, what I wanted to talk about was a short film that I'm working on for a class. I wanted to talk about physical and digital, as in movies and video games. I want to talk about sports, mainly the Raiders and the A's, but baseball, we can just throw that away because baseball's over now. The Dodgers won the World Series. And I have this joke that there's going to be an asterisk next to the Dodgers World Series win this year just because it's the COVID year. Um, and then the rest of that list was going to be me talking about movies that I've seen. More specifically, the Back to the Future trilogy, Midsummer and Hereditary, two films with Christ, why am I forgetting his name? Patrick Swayze. One called Roadhouse and the other one called Next of Kin, which I think are pretty great. Roadhouse being kind of more dumb, Next of Kin being more epic, but that's here nor there. And the thing to round it all out, The King of Staten Island. Um, I initially wanted to do a movie review for The King of Staten Island in my original movie review format, but then I saw Mulan, and I said, no, I gotta talk about Mulan before I can talk about The King of Staten Island. And I did. And I think Mulan is a really bad movie. I gave it a D, I think. Um, my family hates me for it because they say, you're just a hater, you know? No, but I have legit reasons for not liking Mulan 2020. I think it's a really, really bad movie. But you can watch my movie review section, or you can watch my movie review on Mulan if you really want to hear my thoughts on it. And that video did pretty well. I'm gonna go to my YouTube studio real quick. As of now, that video, the Mulan movie review, has 51 views and a total of 155 watch minutes for a video that was like 15 minutes long. I mean, I think it's fine. My average view duration for that is 3 minutes and 2 seconds, which means no one actually watches it. Except the people who actually watched it. I know a couple people who just watch my stuff religiously. One of my best friends, Sebi, who's going to be in my short film. I'll get to that later, though. My sister watched it all, and my sister really likes that movie, but I think they're all brainwashed to like it just because it's a Disney movie. You have to like all Disney movies. You have to like everything Disney, because if you don't, you're a maniac. Um, anyways, um, the only video I've made since then was my scammer video. If you don't know, and I'm pretty sure you know if you're watching this, because no one actually watches these podcasts. I just do them for me. I just like to talk. Um, I got a phone call one day, and it was this. It left me like a robot voicemail, and it said, "Your social security number is gonna get suspended. So please find out why, or else you're gonna face, charges." And I was like, "Whoa, I don't want to go to jail or anything." So I called back and I kept messing with the guy, and I thought it was pretty funny. And that video did really well. Since I uploaded it nearly a month ago, 68 views, um, and 452 watch minutes. That's really good, especially for like the videos that I make. And that is a really long video. That's a nearly 20-minute long video. And it's just me holding the camera up to me for the 20 minutes of me just calling this guy back and messing with him. And I, spliced in images. Like, I got inspired by that donkey video. Yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this YouTuber called Video Game Donkey who, what he does is, he just makes videos about video games and stuff. But there's this one video called Big Big Yoshi, where there's a meme about a big Yoshi, like a big chunky Yoshi from an old Mario game, and I think it's called Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I think that's what it's called. But then there's this model of a big Yoshi, and it was just a meme going around for a while. And the funny thing was, it was just a big Yoshi. And so in that video, Donkey just kept calling random people, and he called Taco Bell and said, "I want pizza." He called pizza and said, "I want Taco Bell." And at random, and it's not like a video of him, it's like pictures, slides of expressing how people would be talking with the tone they have. So I want to do something like that, and I think I succeeded pretty well. If you haven't, go watch that video. I think it's pretty funny. I laugh whenever I watch it sometimes, because it's genuinely something funny that happened. Um, how did I get on talking to that from Staten Island? Oh yeah, because I was talking about Milan afterwards. Um, anyway, so that's the list. The first list. Here's the list I just made up today, wanting to talk about on this podcast. I want to call this episode Nintendo Switch It Up, because if you don't know, I bought myself a Nintendo Switch and I am loving it. I absolutely adore this console. I think it's great. Um, but this list, I just want to talk about the Switch, my experience with it, um, the games I got with it. But I wanted to talk about the 3DS games I bought before I bought the Switch. Um, and the rest of this list is going to be the Raiders. I want to talk about a little bit about football because, I love sports. I'm going to be talking about my short film that I'm going to be making for a class. Um, moving to Sacramento. Yeah, that's something that's going to be on my mind. Something that's been on my mind for a really long time. And the Mandalorian season 2. That should be something quick I wanted to get out of the way. Just I'm excited for it. But that's something we're going to touch on later. Now, I think the best thing we can do is to talk about some sports. All right, so Dodgers, they won the World Series. The A's, they won their first post-game series in a long time. And then they just lost. I forgot who they lost. They lost to the Astros in the ALDS. And, I was kind of sad because, as an Oakland fan, we just get screwed over so many times because stuff just happens, The A's just lose. The Raiders just lose. And, all the Raiders are gone now. The Raiders are the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's awful. Hold on. I came prepared. Anyways, that reminds me there of a podcast I did a long time ago where all I did was I just kept talking and talking and talking. I just kept drinking water and water because I was so thirsty. Because all I do was talk for an hour and 17 minutes, mainly. That's how long these things usually last. Not sure how long this one will last, but hey, we'll see. And I'll have it up by tomorrow. I promise that. November 3rd, this will be up. And if it's not, then oh well. um, anyways, now this whole season, everything involving sports is all discombobulated because of coronavirus. And it's a miracle that they got it to, actually happen, that they're actually playing. And there are some complications with players getting COVID and games having to get pushed back. And because they don't want them to play and give other players COVID, even though they can play without them, but they just want to make sure everyone's safe. And, they're handling it to an extent, so that's good. And my Raiders, my team, the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, it's very weird saying that, but that's the reality we live in now. Well, the Raiders play in Las Vegas. They had Oakland, they had Los Angeles, but they went to Las Vegas. And that's something weird. Ugh. Had some Mexican food earlier, and maybe that's why I'm feeling a little, not gassy, but, I'm burping a lot, I guess. I guess you can call it gassy, whatever. Um, anyways, the Raiders, my Las Vegas Raiders are 4-3. We we started the season off with a win against the Panthers, which we shouldn't have won that, but because the Panthers decided to run not with Christian McCaffrey, but their fullback, and he didn't get a chance to cross the line at all. Our defense stopped him. Good stop, but it was a dumb decision to not run the ball with Christian McCaffrey, who was a literal tank, or who was before he got injured. But that guy is a tank. That guy cannot be stopped. He'll just truck through everyone, like Derrick Henry, who's the running back for the Titans, who's also a beast, arguably the best running back right now, just because of he's so flashy and he's just big, and the way he stiff arms people is hysterical. Anyways, start the season off 1-0. Next game, it's the big game for the Raiders, Monday Night Football. We play at the Death Star, the new Allegiant Stadium, the one the Raiders have. Looks like a really nice stadium. But the only problem is there's no fans. And that's... And I've said this before, everything's different now because there's no fans at these games. There are some of them. There were some at the World Series. But for majority, and the Raiders have already said they're not going to have fans at the stadium. So, that sucks. That the fans can't go and watch them because the Raider fans will just, I'm pretty sure they would love that stadium. I would love that stadium. It looks beautiful. But now the Raiders, every time they're at home, they don't have a fan. They don't have the crowds to impress. They don't have the crowds to cheer on to. They just have themselves, and that definitely plays into how they play the game. I threw an interception. Oh well, there's not gonna be a bunch of fans booing me. Oh, I fumbled the ball. Oh well, no one's gonna be booing me right now because I can't hear that because there's no one here. And I was worried that would play a big effect, but no, the Raiders held their own, and they beat the Saints. And this was when everyone thought the Saints were, oh my God, the Saints are an amazing team. This is going to be the Saints Super Bowl run because Drew Brees, and might be his last year. But the more I look back on it, that win says a lot more about the Saints than it does the Raiders because as the weeks went on, the Saints looked less and less impressive. And just recently they had a close game with the Bears. They beat them by a field goal in overtime. And everyone's calling the Bears frauds because they're the weirdest team as of now, just because of their win-loss record and who they've played and just how they look. It's strange. And anyways, yeah. So the Raiders won that, big deal. We're 2-0. Then we play the Patriots, and it's bad. We can't stop their running game because our defense wasn't good. We couldn't stop them. Cam didn't do as much damage on the Patriots as everyone expected him to do, like with him running, but he, within those early couple of weeks, Cam was a threat. The way I watched him, I was like, man, this guy's throwing dimes to Edelman. He can run and he can throw really good. He looked like he was back in his MVP form, and now he's not so well. Now he's not doing so hot, and the Patriots aren't doing so hot either, which is funny because everyone was saying, "Oh, the Patriots are nothing without Tom Brady," or "Tom Brady is nothing without Bill Belichick," and now Tom Brady is the one with the winning record and not Bill Belichick. So at this point, the Raiders are 2-1. And then we lose to the Bills. The Bills just torch our defense. And I'm going to say this. That loss to the Bills, which I believe was just by one touchdown, says more about the Bills than it does the Raiders. Because if the Bills are this super explosive, elite, dynamic team, why do they keep the game so close against the Raiders? And the defense, our numbers we're one of the lowest ranked defenses in the league. And, how are you going to keep the game that close? Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, you could have torched our defense the entire time. And they did, really. But they just couldn't keep scoring. Raiders had some nice stops, but the turnovers really killed us that game. All the chances we could have scored, we just turned the ball over too many times. And the Raiders were sitting at 2-2. And then something amazing happened. We beat the Chiefs. And it was weird because I always have this thing where if I have a really, really awful day at work on a Sunday, the Raiders are going to win. I told that to my mom. She said, "Son, you always have a bad day at work." And I said, "Yeah, I know. But the truly awful days are the ones where the Raiders win." And I didn't get out till I got in at 4, but I didn't get out till like 1:30 or something because we were super busy. A lot of people called in. No, not a lot of people there at work. It was just really busy, and it was really hard to keep up. But I was able to get off when I got off, and I was happy for that. And as soon as I got into the car, it was, "Oh, the Raiders are lining up for Derek Carr got the first down, and the Raiders are lining up for the victory formation." I said, "Sweet, Raiders win, nice." So we're sitting at 3-2, and that was against the Chiefs. Now I'm not gonna say this says more about the Chiefs than it does the Raiders. It says a lot about both teams, and it was just from what I saw, it was a really exciting game. And it's funny because that's the first time Patrick Mahomes has lost to a team by more than 8 points, by more than 7 points as a starter, and that's funny. And I love Patrick Mahomes. I think he's a fantastic quarterback. The way he can sling the ball, not looking, throwing it deep. He's so elusive. I think he is like the face of the NFL right now. I like him more than Lamar Jackson. I think he's more talented than Lamar Jackson. And he's just really dynamic. He's just this amazing player. He's fantastic. I love the guy, even though he's on the Chiefs. And it's cool that he has a Super Bowl. Him and Andy Reid totally deserved it. Everyone else on that team deserved it. He had a great year last year. So the Raiders are sitting pretty 3-2, and then we lose really bad to the Buccaneers. And I'm gonna say this: it says a lot. That loss says a lot more about the Bucs than it does the Raiders, because why would the Bucs keep it so close until the third or fourth quarter? It was a pretty close game for the most part. And then our defense just gets torched by Tom Brady, and all you're hearing is Tom Brady's back in his prime now. He's not washed up. Well, anyone will look like Tom Brady against our defense that just can't finish most of the time. Everyone just gets burnt, and everyone wants Paul Gunther fired. And I say fire him, but there's been some moments of defensive impressiveness, and I'm not gonna just say fire the guy. Wait a couple weeks, see what else he has in stock. Maybe after a couple division losses, then yeah, get rid of him, because those are the most important. And I think we're gonna have tough games against the Chargers, not the Broncos really, but mainly the Chargers, because the Chargers, you can't finish the game. They've lost 4 games in a row with a lead by 16 points or more, and they're the first team in the NFL history to do that. That's insane. And then, the Chargers have a lot of talent. That Justin Herbert guy is fantastic. He slings the ball really well, but they just can't seem to finish. So now the Raiders are 3-3, and then I had an awful day at work yesterday, but the Raiders come out on top over the Browns, 16-6. What? But it was against the Browns, and I had said this. It is the most important game at the moment for the Raiders or the Browns, because it will determine who will get that third wild card spot, really. Because I don't think the Raiders could get the second one, nor the first. I think they'll get the third one, just because I don't think we'll be able to catch up to the Chiefs for the divisional round. And yeah, so that's where we're at right now. 4-3. We're in the hunt for that third wild card spot, I believe, and it's something I'm gonna be looking forward to every week. We play the Chargers next week, I believe, and really excited for this year. Can't wait to see what else we can do. I still love Derek Carr as a quarterback. He's fantastic. Josh Jacobs is a great running back. We have so many weapons. Our defense has great players on it, but they gotta be utilized better. We just get demolished on zones. All right, I talked about sports. I think I want to save physical and digital movies and video games for another time. Now I want to talk about. Let's just get this one out of the way. The Mandalorian season 2. This was something I was really excited for. I absolutely loved The Mandalorian season 1. I thought it was fantastic. But what I was wondering was, what's going to happen with season 2? And the first episode is already out on Disney Plus. I just haven't got a chance to watch it. I've been busy a lot with work and classes. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. There's a lot of things I've been hearing though. Like I go to Google and it says The Mandalorian season 2 Boba Fett, and I go, oh god damn it, really? That's the first thing that pops up. That's like saying like the weekend of Avengers Endgame coming out. You go to Google and the first thing you see is Avengers Endgame Tony Stark death. Like, really? And I know it's not even like I looked something up. Is I went to Google to look something up, and the list of trending searches popped up. And I know it's trending searches. I'm pretty sure there's a way to turn that off, but now it's not gonna be like this like this big moment. Even if there were like castings made for certain characters, like Ahsoka is gonna be in this, I believe. Like, even if that was the case, I still would have been excited to see it firsthand instead of knowing that he's gonna be in it in this first episode. Because who knows? Maybe he could have shown up in the last episode. Would have been really cool. But now I guess he's just gonna be in the first episode. I don't know who's seen this Mandalorian season 2 or not, but hey, that's that. Yeah, I'm really excited, looking forward to it. Might have to get Disney Plus on my own though, because my sister, because of her plan, she gets Disney Plus free for a year, I believe. And it's almost been a year since Disney Plus has been launched. And let's segue this into Disney Plus talk now. I really like Disney Plus. I really do. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. I remember I was so against it at first because I was like, well, you're really going to keep a lot of your properties behind this $7.99 paywall for a month. I just saw it as a way that they can just make money. But no, I really enjoy it. Well, from what I've used of my sister's Disney Plus account, that is, because Disney has everything. They got Star Wars, Nat Geo, the Marvel movies, Pixar. They've had Pixar for so long, and their classic straight up Disney movies made in house. And those are the 5 sections you can really look at, and I think it has a extremely wide variety because you got a lot of older movies. You got Fantastic Mr. Fox on there, which that was a really really interesting find to see one day just because they bought out sections of Fox. And I think Fantastic Mr. Fox is a fantastic movie. Check it out if you haven't. Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's a stop motion film directed by, Jesus Christ, why can't I think of the name? Wes Anderson. I've only seen his stop motion films, that and Isle of Dogs. And I think Isle of Dogs is really great too. Um, Came out in 2018. When I went to go see Isle of Dogs, I was one of the only two people in the theaters and went in the theater, and it made for a lovely experience. I absolutely adored it. No one in the theater. Take it, it was a smaller screen, but I loved it. Um, Christ, what was I talking about? Wait, I was talking about Disney Plus for a while. Well, it's a great variety of shows. You got your Disney Channel stuff. You got older Disney Channel stuff. Some newer Disney Channel stuff. Stuff for kids like Disney Junior that they launched some years back. It'd be cool if they could add a lot of their older stuff though. Like a lot of their older stuff, like from 2005 like Disney Junior shows. Not, I don't think Disney Junior was launched until probably 2000, later than 2010, I believe. But I mean, like Bear in the Big Blue Tree House or something. You know, stuff like that. The show with the two monkeys. Those little animated shorts that they made about that weasel chef and the cat that tried to steal the food. If they, just you have the opportunity to just throw everything you have on there. Just do it. I mean, you're doing it with all your Marvel movies. Why not this? You have a bunch of Spider-Man old cartoon shows. Why not this? They got The Simpsons for Christ's sake. That's really cool. Just to know that you have all that stuff at your fingertips. It's really, really cool. And they have Million Dollar Duck. Check that out. That's a really cool old movie. I don't remember who it was. Siskel and Ebert, those two movie reviewers. One of them walked out on it. Said it was like one of the dumbest movies he's ever seen. I liked it. I thought it was really funny. Has some nice moments in it, and it was just really funny. I really enjoyed it. My dad put it on one day, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those older movies. Now I'm not one to knock a movie for being older, because I can watch any kind of movie and find enjoyment in it. But I was just like, oh my god, I hope this isn't like really cheesy and outdated. But no, it's pretty funny. And I like the way people used to talk back then in the 50s and 60s. When they talk like this, and they have that tone to them. What do you mean? And the women have to talk like this. I really like that stuff. It's really cool. Um, I guess that's all. That's it. I wanted to talk about Disney Plus for just a lot of wide variety of stuff. That has a little something for everybody, really. What else did I want to get to now? Um, all right. Before I get into the big main stuff I wanted to talk about, the Nintendo Switch, really. I wanted to talk about my plans for the future. Now, what are my plans for the future? I don't know. Um, I need some water. Now, my dream is to be a film director and to be a writer. I want to be able to create films that can touch people on a deep emotional level. I want to create films with deep meanings to them that make people think about them long after they've seen it. Um, and I believe I can do that. But the road to getting to that, well, also I want to make superhero and action films too. But the road to get to that, I think, is going to be really tough, especially now because there's COVID. A lot of filming stuff is being messed with, like film studios, not film studios, like productions shutting down because people are getting COVID. And I don't know what to do really. I have a couple plans because this is gonna be my last semester in school, and I'll get my BA in film. The one thing I don't want to do really is go to film school to get a master's because I don't want to spend more time in school. I just want to go. I just want to do something. I don't want to be in school for another four, I don't know, 2, 4 years. God knows how long it'll take. Because being a full time student sucks. Especially a full time student with 15 units. It's awful. Because in that, and I'm a full time worker, so I get little time to actually do homework. And when I do, I'm freaking tired and exhausted. And when I actually get free time, I just want to sleep, you know? But I'm making money. I know I'm going to pass my classes. The ones I need, especially. And so besides going to film school, what I wanted to do was either travel the country. You know, I was thinking about this. What if I travel the country with my Ford Focus and just either record my adventure to see how different the rest of the world is compared to what I know, or um, record other people and document their experiences with the year 2020 leading into 2021, and what's going to happen afterwards. It's really interesting to see other people's perspectives on things, and I think that'd be something cool that I could do. Or I could just take a bunch of pictures of a bunch of landmarks and just make a dumb vlog out of it. But I don't know. That's not me. What's me is telling stories. Like I'm not a vlogger. I can't sit down with a voice and go, "What is up, you my YouTube fan base? It's your boy, and today we're gonna talk about this topic." I can't do stuff like that, or I just can't record myself in a fashion as a vlog. I did it once, really, but I was just being stupid. Oh, and that's not how I really act most of the time. Actually, it is. The Wingstop video I did with my friends Devin and Bailey. But that's really the extent to vlogging that I can do, really. Like, I'm not gonna record myself, just walking around New York or something, eating food. There's certain things that I think about when thinking about God, thinking about. There's certain things I think about when you have a camera and you're recording yourself doing something, you're recording other people doing something. Like, I'm not gonna record myself eating food at some restaurant in Paris or something, because now I know I'm on camera. Now I know that I'm going to be acting a different way because I am on camera. And then it's going to ruin my experience at the moment, at that now. Because, oh, I know I have a camera on me, so I'm going to act a little differently. Because everyone acts differently when there's a camera on them. They like to think they don't act differently, but they do. No matter who you are, you act differently when there's a camera presented in front of you. Because anything could happen with that footage. Anyone can see it. Anyone will see how you are. No matter what you say, you will act differently in front of a camera, whether it is on or off. No doubt about it. Say what you want, that's my thought on it. Yeah, so I'm not going to record myself like eating food or something. Maybe I'll record me getting food or record the food. I just won't record myself eating food on this long journey I'd be taking around the country. I'd like to go out of the country, but it might not be the safest thing to do, especially with the pandemic going on. But if that plan isn't something I'm gonna do, then I'm gonna move to Sacramento. My old roommates have an apartment with one of our friends who was our RA back in my first year of college, and that one of the friends doesn't want the lease for the apartment that they got. I was thinking, oh, I could take it, and I could live in Sacramento. There's more opportunities for film up there than there is in here in Stockton. And any opportunity I can take to get out of this house too would be great, because I don't say I hate living here. I don't even say I don't like living. I wouldn't say I don't like living here. It's just I know there's more out there for me than here. But the only reason I am here is because I know I can be here and I'm working and I'm saving up money. And I just think I'm ready to just go and struggle. And the goal isn't to struggle, but I think I'm ready to just, be more of an adult. To experience life as shitty as it can be. And I think I can do it. And I think I'm not ready for it, but I think I can handle it. And I can handle it perfectly fine. Um, so if I were to move to Sacramento, I know there's a lot of news stations I could do, or smaller media programs I could do. But I'm in lines with a video editing job because there's this HR service that that I applied and they said, okay, now take these assessment tests. Okay, now answer these 10 questions and we'll get back to you when we can to set up an interview if we see you deemable. And it's funny because they ask, what experience do you have with editing? And I can't lie, so I said, my dumb videos that I make, my own personal projects, or just stuff for school. And I have nothing. I'd like to say I have something, but I have nothing to my name about what I've made. I have a couple projects I did for classes. Um, my my portrait project, or profile portrait project, whatever. I did with my roommate Devin. Um, I didn't film it; someone else filmed it, but I was the director of it, and I'm really proud of how that came out. Had a great crew with me for that. And I guess that's it in terms of what I did for classes, for something for a class in a project. That got a lot of views on YouTube and a lot of people liked it. My professor liked it. And, but besides that, I have nothing to me. Ugh, tired. Well, I'll go to bed. Yeah, I have nothing to my name. I have nothing to say. You're this director and you did this. I don't even have a website because I never made a website because I don't have anything to put on a website because I don't go out and take pictures because what pictures am I going to take here in Stockton? I mean, there's stuff I could take, but with what time that I just don't want to spend just sitting down just to, unwind from the day. I don't want to make it sound like I have a hard life. I don't. But it just gets, I just get tired and I just want to lay down. That's the thing. And I have the drive to want to make movies. I have the drive to want to write. It just doesn't happen. I don't know if that's a bad thing or if that's just life. Most likely it's just life, but I know I gotta push myself harder to at least write because I haven't written anything ever since I did stuff for my class just now, writing the short film. I'll get to that in a minute though. Um, yeah, just to round it out, I wanted to go. I want to go to Sacramento. I really do. Get the apartment with my old roommate, my old RA, the three of us hanging out together every day. Basically, that's awesome. Cause I don't have many friends in Stockton anymore. I don't talk to anyone I knew from high school. I talked to one person really, and that's it. No one else talks to me. I don't talk to them. And it's not like, oh, boo hoo, you don't talk to me. I don't care really. Because everyone has their own lives, and I don't go out of my way to talk to them most of the time. It'll be like, oh, hey, what's up? How you've been. Not like, oh, hey, how have you been? Let's catch up and drink some coffee and tea, and sit for 2 hours and talk. It's just like a, what's up? I don't care. Everyone's busy. Everyone has their own shit going on. The world doesn't stop at me. I'm not gonna complain that I don't talk to my old friends. They don't talk to me. It's just I'm just saying I don't talk to many people from Stockton anymore. Um, let's see. What else can I talk about that? Oh yeah, most of the friends I have now really are in Sacramento, or they go to Sac State. And Devin being basically like my best friend, because I really got to know him a lot since the first semester of college. Practically 2 years ago. Like, I love that guy. That guy's awesome. Just to be up there in Sacramento, I think would be good for me. Because I know there's more stuff to do up there for me involving my career that I want to take. And if none of that works out, I'm just gonna say screw it, go to Los Angeles and try to find a film studio and struggle it down there. Um, it sounds easy when I say it like that, but it's not. Cause you gotta drive down there, gotta find a place to stay, gotta find a job, gotta make enough money to try to float by, then find the job that I want involving film, and then eat ass for 3 years because I'm new and I'll be an assistant producer, I'll be a producer's assistant or something, getting coffee or whatever. And then I'll just, in the meantime, I'll be writing or whatever. At least that's how I envision this going. I hear stories that that's how it happens, but it's most likely not going to be the biggest thing to happen. I don't know. So yeah, a lot of options I can do. A lot of what ifs that could happen. I don't know. I'm not depressed or anything. I'm just lost right now because I don't know what to do. I really don't. I think the best thing to decide would be flipping a coin. So on the next slice podcast, we're gonna flip a coin to see what I do with my life. Not now though, because I don't want to get up to get a coin. Anyways, alright, before I talk about the main event of this podcast, being the Nintendo Switch, we're going to talk about my short film that I'm shooting. Let's see, what day is it? The 2nd? We shoot in 11 days from now. And I am the director of the short film for my class. And in this class, we make a short film, and that's it. And I'm really excited to do it. I got a great crew with me. We met up at the place we're going to shoot at, which is going to be my future home in Sacramento. And my actors are going to be Devin and my friend Sebastian from here in Stockton. And me and Devin's friend Bailey up in Sacramento. And it's called Treat Her Right. And the premise is Will and Jamie, two friends in college. Jamie is going to take Will's sister out, Janice, on a date. But Will doesn't want that because it's his sister. So he decides to show Jamie the wrong ways to treat a woman under the guise of it being the right way, so that his sister will become unimpressed with him and not see him anymore. I envision it being about 7-8 minutes long, maybe even closer to 10 minutes long. And it's a comedy. And I think it's pretty funny. I think it'll be funny. I think it'll be great, actually. The biggest issue with it, though, is that it took me a while to refine the script to get lines of dialogue sounding right. And, I'm happy where we're at right now. And getting the look, because this will be the first thing I do that's on this scale of making something. And so, usually with my videos, it's just, okay, I set the camera up, and maybe put a light in there, okay, let's shoot. And shot reverse shot basically the entire time with my me versus me skits. But with this, tired. But with this, there's gonna be a lot more things to do, a lot more angles, a lot more shots. Everything's much more complicated now. Even though the story is simple, it's a complicated thing. And I'm excited for it. I'm ready. I think I'm ready for it. I'm the director. We gotta follow the COVID safety guidelines because we don't want anyone dying on our set. um, got a great crew with me. Really excited. And when it's all said and done, I'll put it on YouTube for you guys to enjoy. And we agreed that whatever money we might get from it, if that chance would ever come, would be equally divided between me and my crew. And I agreed to that. I said, yeah, I'm fine with that. Jeez, it's so cold in here. Crack the window open. Maybe let in some cool air because I don't want to get up to turn the fan on. But yeah, I'm really, Jesus Christ, this sweater too. Been messing with this whole time, but yeah, I'm really excited for this. Shooting the short film, Treat Her Right. Now the reason why I called it Treat Her Right was because I envisioned there being there is a montage in the film where Jamie is getting the lessons from Will about treating a girl right. And in it, the song Treat Her Right by Roy Head and the Trades plays. You know, I wanna tell you a story. You know that song. Look it up if you get a chance. It's really good. I wanted to use it because it's the name of the film. It's it's the name of the song. And it's the premise, treat a girl right. And it's funny because it's ironic because he's not going to treat a girl right. But we won't be able to use it because one, I didn't even ask. I didn't send emails like, hey, can I use this song? And then give all of the money that we will make from it or give you compensation for it. I didn't do anything like that. Probably should have. But my professor had said using songs would take a really long time to get permission from, and we only had, a couple months to prepare for it. And I didn't want to take a chance on hoping to get it, so I just decided to cut the song out, and we're just going to put in a free-to-use piece of music. But it's not going to make the film worse in any way. It's just going to be something else. And I'm really excited for it. We shoot on the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th as a pickup date. We might really only need 2 scenes, but it's I'm really confident that we'll be able to shoot in 2 days. Because the story is simple. You know how simple the story is? It's something I wanted to make for a Me versus Me skit. That's how simple it is. And my stuff is really simple. It's not complicated. Just because it's me making it. It's all me. I direct, I write, I edit, I shoot, I act. It's all me. And I'm proud of my Me versus Me skits. I like them. I really like them. I think they're enjoyable for people to watch. Bananas started the whole thing off, Me versus Me Bananas. And I just called it Me versus Me in the beginning when I was writing it, but I thought, no, let's call it Me versus Me Bananas and introduce it as a new segment on my channel, which was my 3rd video I put up. Or my 4th. Whatever it is. But a simple story, but I think it'll be presented greatly. And I'm really excited to show you guys it once it's done. Alright, now, the big event of the night, the big event of episode 10, the reason why episode 10 exists, the Nintendo Switch. But before I talk about that, I'm going to talk about some games I bought before I bought the Nintendo Switch. Mainly Pokémon Ultra Moon and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. So, I bought those 2 games because, one, I wanted to play Gen 7 of Pokemon, because it always looked interesting to me. Gen 7 of Pokemon being the Alola region, which is basically Hawaii. So I decided, let's get the enhanced version, the version with more stuff to do. Because I didn't want to buy Moon and then go, oh, you're missing out on Ultra Moon. So I just bought the one called Ultra Moon, and from what I've played, it's really fun. It's really enjoyable, and I like. And it's a big step from the 3D, from the very first 3D Pokemon game being Pokemon X, which I finished earlier this year, and I don't want to go back to play it because there really isn't a lot of stuff to do in terms of post game stuff. But there's a lot of there isn't a lot that is pulling me back to play Pokemon Ultra Moon just because I got the Switch, but I want to go back to play it just because it was fun. There's no like specific thing drawing me back or preventing me from playing it besides having a Switch, but it's just I'll get back to it eventually. And Ocarina of Time 3DS, wow. I mean, it is a complete overhaul from the original Ocarina of Time, I'd say. They just look so different. I haven't played the original Ocarina of Time, and that's why I bought Ocarina of Time, because I've always wanted to play it. And now I have it, and I'm loving it. I haven't played it in some weeks, though, but from what I've played, it's a really, really great game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I can understand why people's called that the greatest game of all time. I have no problems with people calling that the greatest game of all time, because from what I've seen, and especially from what little I've played, it's amazing. It just has everything there. The story, it looks great, especially for the time. Everything, the music, oh my god, Legend of Zelda music is just beautiful on its own. But in the sense that it's in that world with the things that are happening makes it so much more better. And that's all I can really say about the 3DS games. Now it's on to the main event. Exactly what I wanted to talk about. The Nintendo Switch. Now, let me show you what I got. I got the Animal Crossing New Horizons edition. So, this is it. It comes in a dock with Tom Nook and Timmy and Tommy, I think that's their names. And the Switch has, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it has like cool designs inspired from the game on the very back of it. And the Joy-Cons are light green and light blue, with the back being tan. And from what I've played of the Switch, it's fantastic. I love it. I got Nintendo Switch Online, $20 a year. And with that, I got the Nintendo Entertainment System Online app and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Online app. And I think it's really great. You have a lot of older games to play on both of those systems. And what was funny about that is that the day I got it, I came home from work and I was like, actually one day I was in my class, an online class, and I'm just like, screw it, I'm gonna do it, because every time I went to a Walmart or something, all sold out, and I didn't want to buy it online because if I wanted to get it, I wanted to get it the day of. But I knew that wasn't the case because they're having problems stocking these up. But I think come Christmas time, they're gonna be in stores non-stop just because they're probably hoarding them up for people wanting to buy them for Christmas. And I saw that special edition Switch on GameStop, and I said, I'm gonna do it. Bought it right then and there. No games for it for some ungodly reason. I was gonna get Super Mario 3D All Stars, but I couldn't bring myself to do that yet. I'll get to that in a minute. But took about 5 days, I think, maybe a week for the Switch to deliver. And when it did, I was so happy. I charged it up. I set everything up. I got Nintendo Switch Online, and then I ordered Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I waited 2 days for that, but in the meantime, I played old NES games and SNES games online, and a Kirby game that was free to download, which is just you fight a bunch of bosses, and it's fun for a while, but it's not something that I'm gonna go back to every day. I also got Super Mario 35 because it's Mario's 35th anniversary, so to commemorate that, they're doing a lot of stuff like special clothes, cakes from Cold Stone, Super Mario 3D All Stars, the game for the Switch, which is Super Mario 64, Sunshine and Galaxy all in one. And from what I've heard, it's kind of lame, but we'll get to that in a minute. Um, anyways, so they released Mario 35, which is 35 people playing Mario, and every time you kill an enemy, you send it over to someone else's screen, and they got to deal with that enemy above. What else they have to deal with, and it's really fun. You join matches insanely quick, and it's just mayhem. And it's the funny Mario physics from the NES game, the first one, because that's what it is. I think it'd be cool if they could just do all the games like that, like Mario 3, 2, you know, World. That'd be really cool if they just did that throughout the years. But for what it is, it's fun. I play a couple games every day, and just leave it at that. And I'm not really mad about that leaving the Switch, because come March 30th, I think, that will be ripped off from the Switch Online shop. That they'll shut the servers down for that. I think you'll be able to have the app still on your game on your Switch, but you won't be able to play online because they're gonna rip it off. Oh well, whatever. You know, I'm not gonna die because I don't have that. But 3D All Stars, they're gonna rip off from the store. They're gonna stop making it, and they're gonna stop selling it online for digital purchase. I'll get to that in a minute. Um, what I was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Super Smash Brothers came in, and then the day after, I ordered Animal Crossing New Horizons. Oh, here, let me show you. So these are the games. This is Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and I love this thing. I got all the characters. Me and my brother played it together, and it's really enjoyable, really fun. You know, just a lot of mayhem, a lot of BS happening on screen. It's fun. I main Daisy, Pac-Man, and Inkling. I love those three characters. They're just so fun to use. Oh, and Min Min. I should get Arms one day. Yeah, I'll get Arms one day. But the thing that bugs me about these games though is, well, you know, here, lined up all together like this. Look at that. That's beautiful. That consistency. You know, you line them up together. Wow, that's just really beautiful. And you know, the artwork. The artwork is amazing. Look at that. It's beautiful. But here's the thing that irks me about this though. Where's the manuals? Especially for Super Smash Brothers. These things used to have big manuals with how to use the characters, what items are in the games, all the settings, everything. But I get it. They're saving paper, and you get a chance to look at all this cool stuff on the inside. But not even for other games too, like not even for Animal Crossing. I mean, really cool artwork on the inside, but no manual. I think that would have taken this game miles longer. Super Mario Party? Nothing. That's cool to look at though. Now, does Odyssey have something? No, but it has the lyrics to Jump Up Superstar, so that kind of makes up for it. But yeah. I downloaded all the fighter packs for I downloaded the fighter passes for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it's really, really cool to have all those characters: Banjo Kazooie, Joker, Hero, Terry, Byleth. Which I know a lot of people were mad about Fire Emblem being in the game a lot. I couldn't care less anymore because there's so many other characters I play as besides the Fire Emblem characters, and you know, the team, I'm pretty sure they're working their hardest to just make the game more fun. And I really don't care about how many Fire Emblem characters are in the game. I just don't want a Fortnite character in the game. That's it, really. But Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's an extremely fun time. But it gets boring after a while because the story mode is called World of Light, where you start off as Kirby because everyone else got consumed by this giant light creature that just shot beams of light at everybody. I think you all know the memes of it that came from the the World of Light trailer where everyone just gets absorbed by these beams of light. It's really funny, especially in the beginning. Um, I need some water. But World of Light gets boring sometimes because you're basically walking on a giant map. I mean, it's cool. You get to see your characters in whatever colors you choose walk on the map. That's cool. But it's just, they're all flat surfaces. And all you do is just fight characters. And these characters embody the spirit of other characters from other video games. And the concept is cool, but what I don't like is that there's no story to it. It's just, oh, I'm Kirby and I gotta free all my friends and fight all these spirits to release the spirits, and then we gotta fight the giant light monster. Oh, but then the giant dark monster comes in, and then we gotta fight more spirits to fight the giant dark monster, and then, is the light gonna win or is the dark gonna win, or is there gonna be balance with the two, you know? And I know what happens. I watched all the credits and all the cutscenes for it, and I'm only gonna keep playing it so I can say I beat World of Light. But besides that, there's nothing really drawing me to keep playing it. I mean, sometimes it gets sometimes it's fun because you just knock all the weak characters off. Sometimes it's tough because the characters are insanely overpowered, and you gotta do so much grinding to just even get past them, even though what's past them is a lot weaker. But overall, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is an extremely fun time, and I adore it. It looks so great, especially on handheld mode. It looks good on the TV, but I think it looks better on handheld. And that's another funny thing too. I was debating whether or not to get a Switch Lite or a regular Switch. I just wanted a regular Switch to have, two controllers so me and someone else can play, and the fact that I can play it on a TV. $300, okay. But for $199, $200, you just get the Switch like this, but it's a Switch Lite, and it's the Joy-Cons just attached to the console itself. You can't take them off, nor can you put it on the TV. And for what it's worth, for $200, I think it's fine. I heard the D-pad on it's much more comfortable to use, rather than the D-pad we have now, which is just dots instead of like the traditional D-pad. But it's not bad for $200 from what I've heard. And what's funny is that I mainly play my Switch in handheld mode. I really like to connect it to the TV unless I'm playing with other people or I'm playing Mario Odyssey, which I just got today. But what time is it? It's 11:45. I've been doing this for about an hour now, I think. I don't know. I'll check later. But yeah, I mainly play my Switch in handheld mode, and it makes everything look really crisp. Everything looks really nice in handheld mode, and I'll play them later in on the TV. Like I'll play Animal Crossing and Smash later on the TV at some point. But for now, I mainly stick to handheld because I like sitting down on my bed and playing Super Smash Bros. All night. Overall, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, really fun game. Love playing it in handheld. Play it on TV when I play with my siblings. Really great game. The next game I want to talk about, Animal Crossing New Horizons. This is really fun. What is it? You decide you hate your life, so you decide to you hate your life, so you decide to get sent to a deserted island where you start a civilization. And it's really fun. I can only play it for like 30 minutes to an hour at the most a day. I can play Smash Brothers for 2 hours. But with this, I can only play it for like an hour because there really isn't something to push you forward besides, oh, what can I do on my own? Because as the character you are, you catch fish, you catch bugs, you put them in a museum, you earn money so you can pay off your debt to the raccoon guy, Tom Nook. And what's cool is that his shirt in the game, you can buy it in real life on, not through the Nintendo shop, but through like a third party that creates stuff for it. that they're approving of, and I want to get one so bad. Next time I get it, I'm gonna wear it on the podcast, or if I get it, wear it on the podcast next episode. But Animal Crossing. I've never played an Animal Crossing game before, but I've always wanted to. And I was considering buying New Leaf on the 3DS, but I decided against it because I bought the Switch. And I haven't played it in a couple days, this new game, but oh my god, it's so enjoyable. The music, the animation, how nice it looks. The fact that there isn't like, okay, do this or we're gonna kill you, or do this or you're just gonna lose the game. You don't lose the game, you just keep playing, and it's so calming. The music is just beautiful. Every time I play this game, I can sit this console down and just listen to the music. It's beautiful, it's soft, it's soothing. Nothing's driving you to do the next thing. You can just sit there and do nothing. And I'd call it the best game I've ever played in my life. It's really enjoyable. Yeah, I like it. I really do. It's a really great game. It's one of the best selling Switch games on the console, and I think it will be the best selling Switch game. And what's weird is that it came out at the perfect time, because this came out right when the pandemic hit, like big time. So, what better way to pass the time than play Animal Crossing, the most calming game ever, in your home, by yourself. And wow, it's a really fun game, and I can't wait to keep playing it more and more. The next game I bought, okay, now let me tell you this. These two games have a lot of content in them, and I bought each of them for about $53 on Amazon. You know, I like going to a game store to buy a game in person, to know that, wow, I got it right then and there. But I waited 2 days for each of these to come in on separate days, because I ordered them. I ordered this one and I ordered this one later on. 52 bucks for both of them. Yo, 52 bucks for each. Great price. Now, one day I was at Walmart getting like a radio transmitter, or a Bluetooth transmitter for my Ford Focus, and some new chargers, which I ended up not using because they suck. And I thought, let me pummel on over to GameStop. Let's see what they have. They had a Nintendo Switch Pro controller with a code for Mario Odyssey. Now the Pro controllers retail for $70. Odyssey retails for $60. And so, you know, that controller was a pretty great deal for having a digital code for Odyssey. But I prefer having a physical copy, so I didn't buy it then. But I did buy Super Mario Party because I missed Mario Party on the GameCubes. Those games were fantastic. Mario Party 4, 6, and 7 were the ones I played the most. I don't remember 5. I really don't remember Mario Party 5. But 4, 6, and 7 were the games that me and my siblings and my cousins played over and over again, because they were just so fun. So I decided, let's get Super Mario Party for $63 in total. Jesus Christ. And I remember at first playing with my sister, I go, wow, this is $63. There's not a lot to do here. There's only 4 boards in total. You got a lot of characters to play as, but it's so slow. It's so slow. Playing the game is extremely slow. With the GameCube, it was like that. What lasts 5 turns in this would last maybe 10 turns in the GameCube games. It went by that fast. This goes by really slow, but this is really fun. One day I hooked it up to the big TV. Me, my brother, my sister, and my other sister were playing just the mini games. There's a section where you could just play the mini games, and oh my god, it was so fun, because the Joy-Cons are such unique controllers, and there's a lot of stuff to do with the motion of them. And I think a lot of the mini games they came up with for them are really unique, and shows the power of the Joy-Cons for the controllers being that small. You know, the rumble in them feels really nice, and it takes advantage of how good the rumble is in the controllers. And what I love most about those controllers is that they can be used almost identical to each other. They really are, except the shoulder buttons are at the different opposite ends of the controllers. But besides that, they're the same controller, just mirrored. And one console, 2 people can play. Really, really great idea. And with Super Mario Party, when you get 4 people to play, that's really great too. Um, okay, one thing though, before I got Super Mario Party, it was the night before my sister's birthday. Her dog ran away. Well, I got the dog, but while she was chasing the dog, she tripped over something in our front yard and hurt her ankle really bad, and went to the hospital that night, and spent her birthday basically in bed. And she asked to play my Switch every now and then when I got it. I got my Switch like a week before hers. She got it. Oh, spoil the story. Her birthday, she said, "Hey, can I play your Switch?" Yeah. She's playing Mario, and she's like, "Wow, this is so cool. Junior, can you go get me a Switch?" And I was like, "Yeah, have a Switch. They're awesome." So she called Walmart, and they said, "Oh, we got one left. Can you put it on hold?" "Yep, but only for 30 minutes." So I pummeled on over to GameStop. I got the Switch for her. She said, "Pay with my card," and I said, "Okay, I'll get you a game for it." I said, "What do you want?" She said, "What should I get?" I said, "Either Mario Party or Mario Kart." And she said, "Well, you choose." And I thought Mario Party would be cool because all 4 of us can play, me and my siblings. But then I said, I'll get a Mario Kart because I think there's more to do in it from what I've heard, from what I've seen. So we got Mario Kart, and from what we've played of it, it's really fun. It's just like the old Mario Karts that we used to play, or the old Mario Kart we used to play on the GameCube, Double Dash, and the Mario Kart we used to play on the Wii. Mario Kart Wii. Oh my god. Why does Nintendo suck at naming games? Most of it, sometimes. But yeah. She got a Switch on her birthday. Well, she bought the Switch. I went to go pick it up because she couldn't drive because her foot hurt. But I bought her Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and lucky for her, that was the last Switch there. And when I got there, I bought the Switch. I was looking for a game to get her, eight Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Super Mario Party, and I saw 3 people check to see if there were Switches left. And I felt like, oh my god, I'm gonna get killed holding the Switch. They want to get it from me. If they were to try to buy it off me for $400 or more, I would have sold it, you know. But they're doing steady restocks every now and then. What was funny is that the moment I bought my Animal Crossing Switch, the second I got it, I went to Walmart the day after. They had like 5 of them in there. I said, "Are you kidding me?" I mean, I could have waited a week to get it and not have to pay so much for it because my mom has the discount for Walmart. That discount's great. What would cause? And what's funny, these Nintendo Switch games at Walmart, they don't retail for $60. They retail for $52, really, 49, 52. But with my mom's discount, they retail for 49, which is really cool. But I was an idiot and went to GameStop to buy Super Mario Party because I was around. I was like, okay, let me just check because I haven't seen GameStop in a while. So I bought that Super Mario Party for $63, and I wouldn't say I'm not impressed with it, but it took me a while to like see and appreciate it. It's a really fun game to play with friends, to play with other people besides yourself. It's just a really, really good game. From what I've played, I know I gotta play more of it, but it's perfectly enjoyable for a party game for other friends or family. It's really fun. You got the bright characters of Mario. You got the boards that are bright and lovely, and they all have their own cool themes to them. And you know what? I'd say worth the $60 I paid for, $63 I paid for it. I really like Super Mario Party, and I can't wait to play more of it. And the last game I have that I want to talk about just came in today, Super Mario Odyssey. Now, what's different about this game than the other games is that when I opened it, it had that new video game smell. It's still there. It's beautiful. Now, I played maybe an hour and a half of this game. And what I think of it? Oh, it's fantastic. Super Mario Odyssey is a huge leap from the other Mario games, from what I've seen, because I haven't played them all. I haven't played 64. I played a little bit of Sunshine on a Dolphin emulator, and I wasn't having fun because it was the frame rate was dipping a lot, and the analog wasn't used correctly, so I had to stop and aim Mario. I couldn't run and aim with the flood packet on Mario like you could in the game on the GameCube. But oh yeah, and I didn't play any of the Galaxy games. The only like Mario games I've really played are the original New Super Mario Brothers for Wii, or New Super Mario Brothers Wii, which I think is an extremely fun game, and I want to play it again just because. And Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS. Now I 100%ed that game. It was really tough because, well, getting all the gold coins and the flagpoles wasn't tough. What was tough was the final level. That was really tough because it was a lot of BS of having to maneuver around the 3D areas. I think the 3DS is a great console, especially how 3D Land utilized the 3D effects on it. But I played the game in 2D mainly. I put it on 3D whenever I felt like it, and I was like, oh wow, that's cool, and then turned it off right after. But wow, Mario Odyssey, what a fantastic game so far. The motion controls feel fun. Just running around as Mario in a 3D environment is fun. I don't care if it's just running around in a blank white room. I'd do that and still call it the best game ever. And I wouldn't say it looks fantastic like how some PlayStation games look or some Xbox games look, but it looks really good for what it is. What it is on a tiny cartridge. You know, some things can not pop in and out, but some things don't look super extremely polished on the surface. But it's really good in the grand scale of things. It looks really nice. The colors pop out. You can tell exactly what settings you're at, and it's just really fun to play. I love this game so far. And I bought, and it should be coming here tomorrow. Should be tomorrow because it's midnight right now. Wow, or it's gonna be midnight. But well, okay, it'll be here today. But I bought The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now I've only ever played one Legend of Zelda game and beat it all the way through. And that was Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and I love that game. It's possibly my favorite video game of all time. I really enjoyed Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I played it twice in my life. I beat it twice in my life, and I think it's one of the best games I've ever played in my life. It's fantastic. I loved it. Loved every second of it. It was so fun. Great 3D Zelda game. But I've heard Breath of the Wild is just utterly fantastic, and I can't wait to start it up. I know it's going to take me a long time to play, but hey, by the time I finish it, Breath of the Wild 2 will be out, and I'll buy that. I'll pre-order that. Alright, now, I want to talk about some games I want. Oh, here's another game I got for the Switch. It's called Going Under. It's an indie game. It's really enjoyable. You play as Jacqueline, an intern at a soda fizz company that's like super, like, not futuristic, but the whole thing of the game is that it's a satire on businesses and startups and just internet and business lingo and technology. It's really fun. The humor's great in it. I'd say it's like a beat 'em up, and it's really fun, but it's really tough because you only have like three lives to have basically for one run, and they can go by pretty quick. But I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's $20. I think it's worth it. It's really fun. I like the humor. It looks great, and the combat is really fun. For $20, it's totally worth it. Yeah. Alright, that's all the games I have for the Switch, really. Now, some games I want to buy on the Switch. I don't want to get Mario Kart. I think I'll just wait for the next Mario Kart to come out because my sister has it. We play it on her console. I want to get Pikmin 3. I downloaded the demo and it's really fun. And for what I've heard, you don't need to play 1 or 2 to play 3, or you don't need to play 2 to play 1. Or, I mean, you don't need to play 1 to play 2 because they're all different and unique in their own way. And Pikmin 3 is really fun from what I've played. The demo, at least. I want to get Super Mario Deluxe or Super Mario U Deluxe. I know it's just another new Super Mario Brothers game, but I like the new Super Mario Brothers games from what I've played, the DS and the Wii. I think they're really fun. And if I can just get it and me and my siblings can play it, oh boy, that'll be really cool. Um, I want to get Pokemon Sword or Shield. One or the other. I want to get them. Um, I think I might get Sword. No, I might get Shield. Oh, I'll see. I'll check the exclusives first before I make a purchase because the expansions are out already. I might just get the bundle that comes with both the expansion packs, so I don't gotta like download them all together. I think that's how it works, or download them separately. And they're adding a lot of Pokemon, so I think it kind of makes up for the fact that it launched with not every Pokemon available. Um, I might want to get Super Mario Maker 2 because I heard it's really fun, just making the levels. I want to get Arms. I think Arms is gonna be really fun. Um, from what I've seen, it looks really fun. I want to get Splatoon 2. I heard Splatoon is really fun, and I love Inkling and Super Smash Brothers, and I love Min Min and Super Smash Brothers from Arms. But this is what I want to talk about now: Super Mario 3D All Stars. Now, this is Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy, all in one game to celebrate Mario's 35th anniversary. His biggest 3D games, his only 3D games for the matter, like the 3D games, the full range 3D stuff. Even though 3D World, even though 3D World and Galaxy look like they kind of play the same, but whatever. Um, okay, I understand the limited release, but pulling it from the eShop entirely, it's a digital thing, You get more money that way. They can't return it to sell to a GameStop so they can sell it for $55. You know, I get saying it's a limited release, but don't say you're gonna like stop making it altogether because if you don't say that, people are mad because it's only being limited. It's gonna be available for a limited amount of time, and people are worried that scalpers are gonna buy all the copies of them and sell them for a higher price because Nintendo won't make it anymore. But they seem pretty well in stock, and it's selling pretty well. So when the time comes, I'll buy it before they stop making it, and I'll be able to play 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy all on one cartridge. But what I've heard is it's pretty lame just because there's nothing else you can do besides play the games. Because collections have a lot of other stuff in them, like interviews about behind the scenes of the games, promotional artwork, the game covers, the original manuals, everything. All this game has is the three games, and you can play the music from the games. That's it. That's all you can do. Um, it seems like a really lame collection. It's a good collection of games, but it seems like a really lame collection game thing. Um, but I am excited for another Mario related thing. I want to get Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Now, Super Mario 3D World was a game for the Wii U, and the Wii U is considered a failure because not a lot of people bought it as compared to the Wii or the 3DS, and the Switch has already surpassed it. But it looks cool. The idea of the gamepad looks cool, and maybe I might want to get a Wii U one day just so I can say I have it, so I can play games originally for the Wii U. But I have a Switch and a 3DS. So I guess there's no point in owning a Wii U until I can have enough money to splurge out and do whatever I want with it. But just to play more Mario games on the Switch would be really great. Because all the games I have right now are Nintendo in-house stuff, really. Animal Crossing, Mario Party, Odyssey, Super Smash Brothers. That's all Nintendo, really. And I don't really think I'm going to get any third-party games for the Switch, just because I wanted this game so I can play the Nintendo. I wanted this console so I can play the Nintendo games. That's it. And you know what? I'm happy I made this purchase because I'm just having a blast with this console. It's really amazing. Um, so yeah, I guess that's it for this episode of the podcast. I wanted to do a Q&A, but I just asked on Twitter, no one answered, so I don't really care anymore. But that wraps it up. I think that's about an hour and a half, maybe. I can check actually. Let me see. Let me see how long I've been recording for. What, show me? I'm just putting my camera behind it. That's good. I'll get up and check real quick. Oh boy, it's been an hour and 25 minutes. And it didn't turn off. That's amazing. Wow. So I'm not going to have an issue editing this video altogether. So, alright. That was the Slice Podcast, where I give you a slice of my mind. I'm your host, Christopher Martinez, and stay classy, my friends. That is an awful outro. But hey, I want to end things off on a good note. I love the Switch. I'm going to be a successful filmmaker one day, and I won't be greedy with my money. I'm going to use my money to help out other people. Yeah, what a great way to end this show off. Anyways, alright, boys and girls, I'm gonna call that a wrap for the night. I head to bed. Probably get some root beer float. And, yeah. I had a good time doing this. I haven't done this in a while. I don't ever get to really just talk like this. Because no one ever can listen to me for more than 2 seconds without wanting to pull their hair out. In person, at least. If you pull your hair out while watching this, at least you stay till the end to watch it. Anyways, like this video if you liked it, share with a friend if they're interested in my thoughts on the Switch, football, video games in general, or if you want them to listen to my life problems about not knowing what to do with my life. And if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, subscribe, like this video, share with a friend, tell me what you thought about my thoughts on anything. And I'll see y'all next time with another podcast with more skits coming on their way, hopefully. Alright, see y'all next time. Bye.